Siapa? Namanya siapa? Udah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahilladzi lam yazal 'alayna wa lam yazal fi awladihi wa idza 'amaltahu wa tantahu maliknya wa idza 'ahadtahu wa qima qadratan min ba'di fihi tamlakul ardu rayya wa najratan yani rahmatihi tusalliru kafir waliya. Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik wa karim wa majid wa 'azzim ala sayyidina wa maulana Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. فاعترافا بالقدر والتقدير العظيم يبين ان نقدم الشكر الجزيل والثناء الجميل على كل الاطراف التي ساهمت في انجاز هذه المناسبه حتى تتم على اشكالها المذكور. فانه من دواعي سرورنا ان نفتح اعيننا برؤيه فضيلتكم السيد السفير ابو بكر الزبير الدليلي سفير الإمارة العربية المتحدة لدى الجمهورية الإندونيسية، ومعنا أيضا المهندسة فاطمة المبروك السويدي محلل في قسم التدبير للقسمان إدارة الطاقة النظيفة في مسار. فقد شرفتم لقاءنا هذا وعذرا. وإن هذه المناسبة تدرس على ساحة معرضة أبناء الأمة الإسلامية للتشجع والتبحث للتعمق والتدرس وسط فعاليات تحقيق الندوة الإسلامية طاقة ذكية ومتجددة. أنا كمقدم البرامج أقرأكم أمامكم سلسلة البرامج هذا اليوم المبارك بدءا من الافتتاح ثم الأناشيد ومرورا بقراءة القرآن الكريم ثم الكلمات ووصولا إلى الإخوان. فيمكن أن تكون برنامجنا اليوم بقراءة الفاتحة على هذه النية وعلى كل نية صالحة. الفاتحة. أيها الحاضرون والحاضرات، أيها نحن إلى برنامجنا الثاني وهي سلام الوطن للجمهورية الإندونيسية التي سيقوم بها جمال سجاهري فليتفضل عليه مشكورا. يرجى جميع الحضور الجلوس. نعم.
Sekarang.
untuk bangsa dan tanah. Marilah kita bersatu, Indonesia bersatu. Hiduplah tanahku, hiduplah negeriku, bangsa terbaikku semuanya.
والبناء الثاني على وجه الكلمات. والآن ما كلمة تغييرية وإسلامية إلى الأمور المجموعة المجلسية. رئيسة جامعة الشيخ هداية الله جاكرتا فلتتفضل علينا مشكورا. شكرا جزيلا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. صاحب السعادة السيد عبد الله سالم الظاهري سفير دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة الإندونيسية. عطوفة عميد كلية العلوم والتكنولوجيا بجامعة عين شريف الله الإسلامية الحكومية جاكرتا.
في الأرض، فلا يمكن أن نحقق ذلك إلا بالعلم. فمن أراد الدنيا فعليه بالعلم، ومن أراد الآخرة فعليه بالعلم. ما شاء الله. فمن أراد الدنيا، نعم هذه ما قلته، ومن أراد الآخرة فعليه بالعلم. نعم العلم ما على جميع الخيرين، ما جمع بين الخيرين الدنيا والآخرة. فطلبنا للعلم عبادة، وعبادتنا طلب العلم. فنحن في الحرم الجامعي بجامعة شريف هداية الله الإسلامية الحكومية جاكرتا في زمن جائحة كورونا. لا تتوقف الأنشطة الكثيرة، ولا تتعطل المحاضرات، وأيضا الإجراءات الأكاديمية، وأيضا الإجرائية الإدارية في الجامعة. فنخص بالذكر هنا وجود 32,000 طالب، والكل الآن يعمل أي يتابع الدروس عن طريق المنصات المختلفة، ليس فقط زوم ولكن جوجل ميت. هناك أيضا منصات أخرى والمنصة الرسمية للجامعة. Ya,
تختلف الآن الأنشطة في زمن الجائحة فهناك خطوات كثيرة وجهود كثيرة لابد أن نفعلها للمحافظة على المستوى التعليمي والمستوى
Jangan ada yang di-exit kecuali satu. Masih bisa, masih.
Masih ada
Bisa.
masih bisa.
Jangan dulu lagi, jangan dulu ya.
Iya.
Harusnya ini nanti saya mau protes, walaupun tidak ada sama orang Arab yang berbeda Inggris. Ada orang Arabnya bahasa Inggris kok, direktornya aja direktor. Iya benar, begitu tadi kita tidak pakai bahasa Arab sih, bahasa Inggris.
واسمحوا لي أن أرحب أيضا باللغة الإنجليزية لأن الحضور أيضا يعني يفهم اللغة العربية ولكن أيضا يحسن الإنجليزية. First of all, I would like to welcome His Excellency Mr. Abdullah Salim Ubaid Salim Al-Zahiri, Ambassador of the United Arab Emirates to the Republic of Indonesia, and also Mrs. Fatima Al-Mazloum Aswaidi, Senior Analyst, Development and Investment, Asia Pacific Region from Masdar, United Arab Emirates. And I'd like to thank the organizers, especially the Dean of Faculty of Science and Technology from our university, Sharif Hidayatullah State Islamic University, and Professor Dr. Lili Suraya and her academic staff in the faculty. I hope that this webinar, which takes a theme, a very important theme, smart and renewable energy prospect. It's held in collaboration between Faculty of Science and Technology of our university and also the Embassy of the United Arab Emirates in Jakarta. So I hope we'll have a very fruitful conference now, and also we have very to discuss such an important deliberation about renewable energy, inshallah. Thank you very much for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Syukran jazilan limaali Raisatil Jamiah Al-Ustadzah Ad-Doktorah Amani Lubis. Wal kalimatut taliyah al-an kulluna adhanun sahiyah lil kalimatil qayyimah asy-syafiyah min fadilati Sayyid As-Safir Abdullah Salim Ubaid Ad-Dahiri Safirul Imaratil Arabiyyah Al-Muttahidah lada Jumhuriyati Indonesia. Falyatafaddal alaihi mashkur.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الأخت الفاضلة الأستاذة الدكتورة أماني لوبيز رئيسة جامعة شريف هداية الله الحكومية الإسلامية، بدأت الحديث باللغة العربية وما أجملها باللغة، وكذلك تفضلت بأن الحضور يجيدون اللغة العربية وكذلك اللغة الإنجليزية، فاسمحي لي أن أتكلم باللغة الإنجليزية بما أن الحضور يعني يجيد هذه اللغة كذلك. Professor Dr. Amani Lopez, Rector of State Islamic University, Sharif Hidayatullah, Professor Dr. Lili Suraya Ika Putri, Dean of the Faculty of Science and Technology, Engineer Fatima Al-Suwaidi, Senior Analyst Development and Investment at Masdar. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A very good afternoon and salamat sayang. First of all, I would like to take this opportunity to extend my gratitude and appreciation for the State Islamic University, Sharif Hidayatullah, and their team for organizing this virtual dialogue in collaboration with the United Arab Emirates Embassy in Jakarta to present the achievements of the United Arab Emirates in the field of producing clean and renewable energy. I also would like to extend my gratitude and thanks to Engineer Fatima Al-Suwaidi from Masdar Clean Energy for accepting the invitation to participate in this very important event. I am sure she has great things to say about the achievements of Masdar, as Masdar is considered to be a global leader in renewable energy and sustainable urban development. I would like to also take this opportunity to praise the valuable efforts and great work have been done by the Sharif Hidayatullah State Islamic University as one of the oldest state Islamic institution, which is considered as a window to Islam in Indonesia and a symbol for the progress of national development, particularly in the field of socio-religious development. As Her Excellency have mentioned earlier as well, as the university, one of the oldest university in Indonesia. I hope that this virtual dialogue will be the continuation of further engagements and organizing a new and another as well other events in cooperation between both the university and the United Arab Emirates Embassy, that we can really collaborate in the future for future engagements as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I avail myself of this opportunity to hail the bilateral relations between the United Arab Emirates and Indonesia, which are founded their roots in the principles of cooperation and mutual respect between both countries. Currently, United Arab Emirates and Indonesia relations have elevated to a level that is closer than ever, thanks to the strong relations between the leaders of two countries and their vision and guidance to identify our common interests and keep the relationship on the right track. This cooperation translates to over $30 billion in investments in various sectors, including oil, gas, health, and renewable energy as well. As we all know, renewable energy is the future of energy production. The source of renewable energy, namely the sun, the wind, and geothermal, are there and will continue to exist. But we did not really have the technology to harvest the energy from it until recently. Many countries started to adopt the renewable energy path, including the United Arab Emirates, as the renewable energy portfolio of the United Arab Emirates has grown over 400% in the last 10 years and is well on track to double in the next 10 years. The United Arab Emirates has become a regional leader of clean energy technology, providing funding of renewable energy projects around the world and investing in fundamental research on the energy as well as water, microelectronics, advanced materials, and transport system as well. Also, the United Arab Emirates has launched renewable energy projects in more than 30 countries to date, some of which in Egypt, Serbia, United Kingdom, Jordan, Morocco, Oman, Montenegro, and the United States, just to name a few. And we are also going to inaugurate one new project is going to be in Indonesia soon, inshallah, somewhere during the month of December. By the year 2050, the United Arab Emirates will have invested approximately around $150 billion in renewable energy. This is expected to save the country an estimated $192 billion through reducing dependence on gas subsidies. To date, the United Arab Emirates has launched 12 gigawatts of national renewable energy projects and aim to have 50% of its energy generated by renewables by the year 2050. This plan will result in an estimated 90,000 jobs opportunities within the UAE. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to share some of the projects that the United Arab Emirates is planning to achieve in the next few years, which will have great impact on reducing harmful emissions and producing clean energy, which is the United Arab Emirates' commitment to the United Nations sustainable goal and is going to what we call an extra mile in order to achieve these goals. The Emirates of Abu Dhabi, which is the capital of the United Arab Emirates, started the largest solar power project in the world with a capacity of 2 gigawatts, enough to power around 160,000 houses. This project provides unseen record low energy tariffs. Also recently, Masdar agreed with Warner Brothers theme park in Abu Dhabi to deploy 16,000 solar modulars to cover the roof area of 36,000 square meters, making it the largest roof area solar project in the world. and this is to be made in Abu Dhabi as well. Also, the Emirates of Dubai, one of the 7 Emirates of the United Arab Emirates, recently initiated its Clean Energy Strategy 2050, which is designed to increase Dubai's green and clean energy share by 75% by the year 2050. Also, the Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum Solar Park is in its 9th year of development and due to be completed by the year 2030 at a cost of $13.6 billion US. The facility will be able to power as many as 1.3 million homes, reducing carbon emissions by 6.5 million tons annually. Also, the rooftop solar initiatives kicked off in the Emirates of Dubai started somewhere around the year 2017, which yielded 20 megawatt peak in December of the year 2017. It is also estimated to have solar panels in every house in Dubai by the year 2030. Finally, I wish to thank the university for giving us the opportunity to shed light on the achievements of the United Arab Emirates in the field of renewable energy, and I also thank you for being part of this event, and I wish you all the best in the years to come as well. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and terima kasih.
Sama-sama. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Huduruna al-kiram, hafidhakumullah. Wal-an nahtu ila barnamijina ar-ra'isi, ala wa huwa an-nadwah al-iftiradiyah طاقة ذكية متجددة التي ستقوم بقيادتها الأستاذ الدكتور أدوس جميل فليتفضل عليه مشكور.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good afternoon, and His Excellency Mr. Abdullah Al-Dhahiri and Rector University of Uin Jakarta, Professor Amani, Professor Dr. Lili Suraya Eka Putri, Mrs. Engineer Fatimah Al-Madlum Al-Suwaidi, and Dr. Rizal Gur. Very glad this afternoon we're going to start the discussion on the smart and renewable energy prospect. This is a cooperation between Faculty of Science and Technology, Universitas Islam Negeri Jakarta, and the Embassy of United Arab Emirates in Jakarta. This afternoon we're going to have 3 speakers, and I would like to invite one by one. The first is Professor Dr. Lili Suraya Eka Putri, and then later on Mrs. Engineer Fatimah Al-Suwaidi from Masdar, United Arab Emirates, and then the third will be our lecturer, Dr. Rizal Gur Bahawils. First, I would like to invite Professor Dr. Lili Suraya Eka Putri, and maybe I don't need to introduce all of her credentials. She's our Dean of Faculty of Science of Technology, and her expertise is in the biology. Time for Professor Dr. Lili Suraya Eka Putri. I will give you time for about 30 minutes, and then later 30 minutes also to another speakers, and the last part will be the discussion, question and answer and discussion. Time for you, Professor Dr. Lili Suraya Eka Putri.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asrofil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa ashabi ajmain, amma ba'd. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. The Excellency, our Rector, Professor Dr. Amani Lubis, thank you so much for coming. You are so beautiful today. Thank you for coming, Prof. The Excellency, the Ambassador of United Arab Emirates, Mr. Abdullah Salem Obaid Salem Al-Daheri, the Honorable, the other speakers, Engineering Fatima Al-Madlum Al-Suwaidi, and also my colleague, Mr. Brur Bawazir, as the next speaker from the IT department. And thank you so much for the moderator, Mr. Agus Jamil, and all of you, my colleagues, my students, and all the chiefs of the faculty in UIN, State Islamic University, Syarif Hidayatullah Jakarta. Good afternoon all. Let me introduce first the profile of the, let me share the screen. First, I would like to, there is a problem, sorry. I would like to describe the profile of our Faculty of Science and Technology, State Islamic University, Syarif Hidayatullah Jakarta. There is a, yeah. I'm a dean and I have 3 partners to do my job in our faculty. Mr. Nasrul Hakim as a Vice Dean of Academic Affairs, Ibu Nani Radiastuti as a Vice Dean for Administration and Finance, Ibu Fahma Wijayanti as a Vice Dean for Student Admission and Cooperation. And in our faculty, we have 9 departments, including mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, informatic engineering, information system, agribusiness, mining engineering, and the one is Magister of Agribusiness. In the future, we would like to open the Magister of Informatics Technology and also Magister of Natural Resources Management. We hope next week we can open both of these magisters in our faculty. Our vision to become a prominent higher learning institution that integrates science and technology with Islamic values and also Indonesian culture, strengthened by the IT. Our mission, there are 4 missions. The first is to provide moral and ethical foundation. Second, to provide an educational in science and technology with the IT base in the era of Industrial Revolution 4.0. The third is to carry out excellent research and development to overcome the problems in the society. And the fourth is to contribute for improving the quality of life in society through the implementation of science and technology by the strengthening of IT. We have 4 mottos also. The first is knowledge, piety, integrity, and the one is the innovation. Right now, Faculty of Science and Technology, we have the program in innovation in science and also technology. Our faculty have 128 lecturers. There are 2 professors in environmental biology and also agribusiness, and we also have 29 associate professors. And right now we have students more or less is 3,600. And for UIN is almost to 20,000 if I'm not wrong. So we have the power of people in our university. In Faculty of Science, we also have the Integrated Laboratory Center. In this center, we have the food laboratory, we have the PCR system, we have the automated protein electrophoresis and so on, and we also provide the services, including the analysis for food product. And also we have the environmental laboratory. In this laboratory, we have the facilities including spectrophotometer for atomic absorption. We also have gas chromatography, UVPs, and also we provide the services for analysis including air, waste, soil, and also water sample. In the physics laboratory, we also have the XRD analysis. This is one of the laboratory that have so many samples for analyzing, especially for material and analysis testing. And we also have the NICT. Actually, this is under the university, National Information and Communication Technology, and the service is including the training center, data center, ICT service center, and also research center. This is the facilities that we've got. The area of research in our faculty, including all the departments, we have in math, focusing on data science and big data, statistics and actuarial science, math modeling in fluid dynamics. For the chemistry department, we have environment, renewable energy, natural ingredients for food, cosmetic, and drugs. In biology, the research area are biotechnology, conservation, biomolecular, waste treatment, bioenergy, and also marine ecology and pollution. In physics departments, the area are ceramic absorber, renewable energy, condensed matter, sensor, nanotechnology, and also geophysics. And in the IT departments, the area of research are software engineering, web-based application, mobile application, ICT and Islam, embedded system. And in agribusiness department, we do management, food processing, social and economy for agriculture research. This is the youngest department, mining engineering. Right now, we're focusing on management and regulation of the mining. Now, I will move to the topic of this webinar today about renewable energy. So, before I talk about renewable energy, I have to say welcome to Diplomacy Bahrain, Mrs. Nasrin. Welcome aboard, welcome to the webinar. Thank you so much for coming. Okay. Yes. Okay, this is, as we talking about the renewable energy, is linked with the Green Campus. This is the theme of our Green Campus, already launched at 28 October 22. We have a lot of persons that is very useful, very helpful to make the UIN in the future as a green as a green university. So we call it Green Campus. And also we have the team of innovation. The chief is Ibu Neni. I hope Ibu Neni is there is in this seminar, participate in the seminar. And this is the team for the innovation. Ibu Kuro, Ibu Elvan, Pak Imam, Pak Nas, Bu Tati. Yes, let's talk about renewable energy. As we know, renewable energy, the definition is the energy is collected from renewable resources which are naturally replenished on a human time scale, including carbon natural sources like sunlight, wind, rain, tides, waves, and geothermal heat. And also we understand about the hydropower, geothermal, solar energy, bioenergy, and also wind energy. So I think only two of these energy that is suitable for the campus needs right now, solar energy and also bioenergy, especially for electricity usage. Let me describe about the existing condition of the sustainability in UIN Jakarta. This is refer to the UI, University of Indonesia Green Matrix Standard. There are 6 categories and indicators. setting and infrastructure, energy and climate change, waste, water, transportation, education, and research. And this is the status. Unfortunately, Win Jakarta is already started for the Green Campus. So, yeah, we believe that this is the condition that we have right now. We don't have to shy, but this is the value that we have to increase in the next year. Energy, wastewater, and transportation is not so good right now, and the target should be 21st and 22nd. Inshallah, Uin Jakarta is ready to be the good condition in those categories. And this is the picture of our campus. The total main campus area here, we are in the urban area. So it's, yeah, not so many open space, only 8.29%. The total main campus is around 8 hectares. But spreading in all the area in Kedutaan, in South Tangerang, is all 32 hectares. But now we also have the other campus, the 5th campus in Cikuya. We have 40 hectares. So if we calculate it including Cikuya, Uin Jakarta have the ratio of open space almost 88.9%. But right now in Cikuya is still the vacant land. So we need to pursue to get like a green city that's Arabic countries already did.
Masdar already did.
Masdar already did. Yes. Thank you, Pak Jamil. The total area on campus for water absorption, we have 2 hectares. Actually, this is only 6%. Should be more than 30%. So we need more efforts of this. Unfortunately, I'm so sorry, Bu Rektor. University budget for sustainability efforts, I have to open it. I'm so sorry. Only 11.6%. And more used for the setting and also infrastructure. But still, small portion for energy, waste, and also water. So we have the expectation more 15% that the budget coming to the sustainability efforts. And we work also in we have the collaboration. We have the ambassador of the United Arab Emirates. Maybe we have some help of these problems. So sorry. Yeah. This is the picture of the green building implementation in our university. Actually, this is just a limitation of our effort just to get the light coming into our class, just the glass of windows. So if we call it the green building, maybe it's still far away of that. But yes, we save the energy at least. And also we have the sticker pamphlet for energy efficiency. So we ask the students and also lecturers and the staffs, it's better using the stairs than the lift. Now, talking about the total carbon footprints, unfortunately we have, we donate 8,184.8 metric tons. This is per year for CO2 emission in our university. This is calculated from the electricity use, cars and motorbikes. As we can see, the cars and motorbike is almost 9,000 coming into our campus actually. So we need, Rector, need some efforts of this. The electricity cost per month is almost 8.6 million rupiah. In US is almost 6 billion per year US dollar. if we compare to the sustainability budget, it's almost 300,000 US dollar. But for electricity cost is almost 6 billion US dollar. So yeah, 6 million, yeah. So yeah, we have to think about this to overcome these problems. The total number of vehicles, yeah, this is the slides. As you can see the picture, the photo taken while pandemic is not, yeah, still empty actually, but before pandemic is very condensed, yeah. So this is the total number of vehicles is almost 20%, should reduce until 4%. And the ratio of parking area to total campus area is 9.21%, should reduce 1%. So this is the condition. As I said before, the ratio of parking area to total campus area is around 5.21%. So it needs the transportation program designed to limit or decrease the parking area. So we have to develop, or we have to add more pedestrian and also bike in campus. Right now bike is so limited here, so maybe there is a program bike in campus. So we must have a program resulting in more than 30% decrease in parking, or parking is restricted. The efforts that we need for renewable energy aspects is actually the energy efficient appliances usage. Right now the condition is less 1%. So the target is more than 50%. For smart building implementation, right now the condition is less 1%. So the target, we have to develop like a solar panel or the other renewable energy. The number of renewable energy sources in campus right now is we don't have it. So maybe we have to develop like a solar cell, electric vehicle, and so on. So this is our hopes, develops and built in Uin Jakarta. This is the examples of the university outside Indonesia, like in China. They developed the biodiesel combined cooling power integration unit. And in Germany, they built the roof and facade mounted solar panel. And this is, I think it's very interesting. They make a tool, mobile phone charger, using the bike. So if the person pedaling these tools, and then they can convert into the energy, and then the mobile phone can be charged. And also in Kazakhstan, this is like a multi-purpose building, and then they also use the solar panel here. We hope in Uin, yeah, cross finger, we hope that in Uin we can have it in the future. The efforts for renewable energy for transportation, as I said before, we need the bike in campus or electric vehicle, and also the bus or vehicle services around campuses, because we have 4 right now campuses in Uin Jakarta, so we need to have bus services around campus to reduce the gas emission coming from the transportation. And also, as I said before, the ratio sustainability research, we have to get 30% in the next period. And for the number of scholarly publication on sustainability published, only 20 articles right now. As I said before, for sustainability research, we need maybe 30%. Right now it's not, maybe only 5% and 10%. So the target is more 85 articles that is mentioned or that is studied about the sustainability programs. Let me share some other condition of Uin Jakarta. Like we also care about the waste. we use like a gallon for the water and also the tumbler, and also there is a separation of the waste, organic, plastic, papers, but not all the units in Uin Jakarta did it. Maybe next time we have to did it in future. Sorry. And also in our faculty, science and technology, we develop e-letters that paperless for all the letters for students and also for the lecturers administration. And also we have the West Bank. This is under the organization of the students, and they also already developed the West Bank application. They called Bank Sampah Sahitya. And this is the other experience in Iran, Zanjan University. Maybe Bank Sampah Sahitya in the future, next year, maybe we have to get the further steps to make the tool like a waste management for paper and plastic, like an ATM machine. Once we put in the garbage into that machine, and then the machine can calculate how much money that we get. So this is kind of the dollars coming to Indonesia, to Uin Jakarta. Yeah, and also organic waste. We also have the composting program and also can starter. This is from Ibu Elpawati. And also we treat the toxic waste, although we still use the third party for collecting and treating toxic waste, but we have a small wastewater treatment installation, especially for Faculty of Science and Technology, but not all the faculty that have the laboratory got this installation. Water conservation, we also have a program just like a conventional program. Yeah, just we planted the tree, and we have the the ponds, and also the water bank and the biopori. This is just a conventional program that we need, maybe like a recycling the water. And also the events. Our students that I said before, Uin Jakarta have around 20,000 students. We have a lot of activities participating by the students and also the lecturers and staff regarding to the environment. Like this is like Hari Perlindungan Lapisan Ozon Sedunia, World Ozone Day, STEP Environment Camp, and also we have the Green Campus, World Water Day, and Plastic Bag Free Day. This is just a small pieces of the events of our students. So many events that is did by our students and also lecturers. And also we have the sustainability report. I believe this is the first time we have this this sustainability report. We have do more for this updating this web of sustainability web. And this is the most important, I think. The Honorable Mr. Abdullah, the Ambassador of United Arab and Emirates, and also Ibu Fatima Al-Madlum. We have the intention, collaboration with the United Arab Emirates and also Mazda with the Uin Jakarta, represented by the Faculty of Science and Technology. I saw the web of the Mazda. There is a technology in the photovoltaic, wind, so many, and also solar energy and waste to energy. So this is the red, the red sign, solar energy and also the waste to energy. I think this is suitable for the Mazda strategic platform. I saw there is a youth for sustainability. So I think this is in line with the Green Campus of Uin Jakarta, and I believe we have the people power as I said before, we have 20,000 and also the lectures and then the staff. So we have a lot of people that can contribute to the sustainability. I'm so sorry. Actually, I shy to say like this. The collaboration, the forms of the collaboration, we need like funding or scholarship, and also the collaboration in the research, publication, internship, and also short course for our lectures, our students especially, and also our staffs. So we hope in the future, our intention is will be we can get it the MOU between UAE and Mazda within Jakarta, and then we can save our world and make the green our earth in the future. Yes, that's all my thoughts. I'm so sorry if there is not something not good. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Professor Lili Suraya, for the first presentation. So we learned about what effort has been done in State University, Islamic University, UIN Jakarta. If we see, we have done so many things on the education and the academic levels, also on the effort to make our campus green. And also, Professor Lili mentioned about the percentage of a green in campus. The present campus is only less than 9%, less than 10%. But we have another new campus in Cikuya, 40 hectares. It's still a big opportunity to build a green campus. Or I was imagining that when we look at the Masdar project in United Arab Emirates, you're the leading, the world leaders in the renewable energy. And also Masdar has built what we learned is a green city, a green city that His Excellency has mentioned about the development of the renewable energy has increased 400%. It's a very impressive number, and you're still going to double it in the next few years. So we really keen to learn from and really keen to work together with Arab Emirates, especially also in the practical level, cooperative with Masdar sustainable energy project. So I think this is I hope the first talk, the talk today is just the beginning. It's just open up the opportunity to work on the practical level, that we can we learn from the success of Masdar, the success of United Arab Emirates on working on the green project and the renewable energy. As we need to mention also, in Indonesia, we need our target to get the energy mix is about 20%. By 23% of our energy mix will be from renewable energy by 2025. Although we are a bit pessimistic to reach that target because of there's so many problems at the moment, especially with this pandemic, things like that. But we're grateful also some of the project Masdar has done. This I hope Engineer Fatima will share with us about the Cirata floating solar floating project. So to reach that target. And Indonesia also has the potential. If you already done on the technology, Indonesia itself, we have plenty of resources from the solar, from the geothermal. We have 40% of the world geothermal resources in Indonesia. And then the things that is always forgotten is, other than wind and solar, is we have hydrokinetic from ocean. The ocean energy has been left alone, unmentioned from it. And Indonesia is very specific. We are the largest archipelago in the world, which the water is flowing continuously from the Pacific to the Indian island, Indian ocean. Yeah, and this is also a huge potential that need to be explored and exploited in the future. And we hope we can learn together with Masdar in the future. Okay, not for disturbing to stealing your time, I would like to give the opportunity to the next speaker. But before that, we would like to mention and welcome. We have a visitor here, the Excellency, a diplomat from Bahrain, Mrs. Nasrin. Welcome to our discussion today. And okay, now I would like to present Engineer Fatima Al-Suwaidi. Before that, I would like to read just a small part of her, a lot of achievement that she made. Yeah. Okay. Engineer Fatima Al-Maghlum Al-Suwaidi is a senior analyst at Development and Investment Asia Pacific Masdar. Masdar is a well-known company for the renewable energy, and I think it's one of the world leader in that, or maybe world leader at the moment. Fatima Al-Suwaidi is a senior analyst in business development and investment, a department within the Masdar Clean Energy Division, focusing on the Asia Pacific region. Fatima is project manager for the Cirata floating solar project in Indonesia. This is the Masdar's first project using floating solar technology. Yeah. We have a lot of water in Indonesia. 70% of our country is covered by water. So maybe this is the right place to come and develop a solar. And Engineer Fatima is also a right person. She has been selected as a woman in solar, of the year 2019. Yeah. So she has been educated in the University of Sharjah and got a Bachelor of Science degree in Sustainable and Renewable Energy Engineering. And also some of the internship of training in the US in the Colorado School of Mines, if I'm not mistaken, correct? All right. Without further introduction, I would like to invite Mrs. Engineer Fatima Al-Suwaidi to present her presentation on the renewable energy prospect. Time is yours.
Thank you very much. First, allow me to say Assalamu alaikum everyone. Very, very pleased and honored to be here today. Selamat pagi, salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. This is the least for me to learn since I'm working in Indonesia, and inshallah soon to be also one of the residents in Indonesia. So my name is Fatima Suwaidi, as Mr. Host was grateful to introduce me. Thank you very much. I would like to start by saying I salute the university for the impressive progress that Professor Bu Lili presented. I think it's a very, very impressive advancement in what you're doing, and also the plans that you have to achieve. So mashallah, very, very good work. Congratulations. And inshallah, hopefully this will not be the first time or the last time for us to meet. I'll present my screen right now, if you allow me. I hope this is clear for everyone. So I would like to start by saying, Masdar, or Abu Dhabi Future Energy Company, we are focused on a few things actually. The first, or let's say the umbrella, the direction that we always follow is the late Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, the founding father of the UAE, and what he said, which is focusing on diversifying our energy mix, our economic outlook in the UAE, and to make sure that we have and we provide a free, stable, comfortable, and a dignified life for our people. So this is something that we always are reminded of in Masdar, and this is our target to always achieve. Given all of this, Masdar was established to really look at four main pillars. The first one is deploying or investing and developing advanced renewable energy technologies around the world, and not only in the UAE, our backyard. The second one is develop one of the most sustainable urban communities, which is Masdar City. One of the pictures you see here on the right is actually one of the city, and I am now in Masdar City. It is, of course, the aim is to make it as one of the most sustainable urban communities, gathering between commercial companies, between residential, also between academia. We have Mohammed bin Zayed Artificial Intelligence University, the first AI university in the world. The third pillar is to advance clean tech solutions. So in my presentation, I'll give a few examples of that. We also partner with universities around the world to make sure that we look into research and development, into applied sciences, and to also try to advance these technologies to see them in the market. The last but not least pillar is really sharing that knowledge and delivering that message to the wider audience. So through world-class platforms, we have been always in the last 12 years since our establishment to share that message through different platforms. One of them is Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week, which takes place every year in January. This year, 2021, it will take place virtually, given the global pandemic. One of the other platforms is Zayed Sustainability Prize. This really carries the message of our founding father throughout the world. One of the other platforms that Boulili mentioned is Youth for Sustainability. This is only one of the youth platforms that we host, where we engage with school students, with university students, and really contribute to their success and their development stage. Other platforms are future sustainability leaders and others as well. So these are just examples of platforms that we look at or we develop in Masdar. Now this slide, I'm hoping that we can at least give you some of the journey that we have gone through since our establishment. We were born in 2006 as a company. In 2008, in 2009 was the launch or the first award ceremony of the Zayed Sustainability Prize. Formerly, it was known as Zayed Future Energy Prize. In 2013, that's when we launched the Sustainability Week in Abu Dhabi, where it became the umbrella for many other exhibitions, such as the World Future Energy Summit. We also inaugurated the UAE's first utility-scale solar power plant, Shams 1. I will talk about this later in my slides as well. In 2013, we also launched the pilot project, which was also in partnership with universities, the Renewable Energy Water Desalination Program, and it was in partnership with international leaders in the water desalination sector. 2011, it was our first entry into Spain, the country Spain, where we developed 3 large-scale solar thermal power plants. 2015, one of our neighbors here is the International Renewable Energy Agency, IRENA. The headquarters of IRENA is based in Masdar City, and also the headquarters of Siemens Middle East is as well based in Masdar City. In 2016, we won one of the biggest projects in the UAE, the Mohammed bin Rashid Solar Park. Is a solar park that is around 5,000 megawatts of solar PV projects. We won the biggest phase, 800 megawatts. So together with our partner EDF, a French company, we built 800 megawatts of solar PV to serve the Dubai government with renewable energy resources. In 2017, we inaugurated one of our biggest wind projects in the UK, the Dhabi offshore wind farm. So not only do we work on onshore PV and solar, we also look into offshore. I will talk about the Kedutaan floating PV, which is considered to be offshore. We also look into offshore wind farms. Between 2017 and 2019, we worked together with the United Arab Emirates Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, where we developed around $100 million grant projects around the UAE Caribbean and the UAE Pacific regions. We worked together with the local communities to make sure that we deliver solutions, sustainable solutions that are of benefit to them. This really ranged from solar rooftop projects, onshore wind projects, and as well as distributed energy projects. So, I mean, the last slide was more of a nutshell, the journey of Masdar, and this is really giving you figures, facts and figures. So until today, we have grown into not only from the UAE, we grew into more than 30 countries around the world, developing solar and wind projects. We have displaced more than 16 million metric ton of CO2 per year with the development of these projects. Actually, in the start of 2020, we were reporting around 5 gigawatts of gross capacity renewable energy projects. From the beginning of 2020 until end of 2020, the year of the global pandemic, we were actually able to double our capacity. So working from home did not stop Masdar from really doubling its capacity. We went from 5 gigawatts to 10.7 gigawatts of gross capacity around the world. We have expanded into new markets. Indonesia is one of the markets, and into other countries as well. So this really here, what we truly believe as Masdar are the ingredients for success. What we look at are 4 things. The first thing is we make sure that we are commercially driven. We bring back to our shareholders, to our country and our government, the best return on investment possible in any region or market we enter into. We make sure that we don't grow on our own. We bring along strategic partners, whether these are of the country itself, governments, universities, or from other countries, partners that we have grown together. We make sure that we don't only look at our local footprint, we look at a global scale. So we have always been really developing on a global scale in terms of projects, technologies, and interests, and we look at growing with the market. So being technology agnostic is very important. The renewable sector grows at the speed of light, to be honest. So we make sure that we always keep flexibility and an open door to explore new challenges and new adventures. This is one of my favorite slides in the Masdar presentations, to be honest, because this really shows our footprint. It's very difficult to fit them all in one map, but we tried our best. These are classified according to technology. You can see the legend on the top right-hand corner. We have wind projects, solar farm. We've done water treatment, rooftop solar, as I mentioned. We also look into sustainability, so energy efficient buildings, desalination, and one of the technologies that we recently ventured into is waste energy. So these are projects around the world. You will see number 31 is Indonesia. This is something that I'll focus more into in my coming slides. Here, this is the UAE focus. So what we have done in the UAE, to be honest, we also have a lot of projects in the pipeline as we speak right now. So these projects you don't really see on this map. However, they are being cooked, under the radar. However, we are also currently, I think it is, if you see number 11, Al-Dhafra PV plant. This is the biggest solar PV ground mount project in the world. This is going to be built in Abu Dhabi. This is 2,000 megawatt PV. So you can imagine the scale of that. And we won this project. We are building it together with partners here in the UAE. And we hope to be, we hope to even break our own records soon. And just to also point out, the first waste energy venture that I mentioned earlier is actually here in the UAE, and it's also my home country, my home city, sorry. So Sharjah Waste Energy Facility is Masdar's first venture into waste energy, and this plant is currently under construction, very soon to complete construction. And we also ventured into a new market, Australia, the neighbor of Indonesia. We are also building over there. We're also developing a waste energy project in that country. This slide really shows our different offices. No need to really go here. So I wanted to take you through some of the projects that we have done in the UAE. I'll also look into some projects we are currently building or developing in emerging markets. And then I would like to also shed some light on some of the technology-driven projects that we have done in partnership with universities. So this slide here really gives you an idea, just an example of some of the projects. It was very difficult to really talk about all of them. So I'll highlight, I would say, our landmark projects. So Fst Uin, it's special to Masdar because this was the first and the largest concentrated solar power project when we launched it back in 2008. Of course, I mean 100 megawatts now is something that is has been exceeded in the technology of CSP. 10 megawatt solar PV plant. This was Masdar's first ground mount PV, and this was built. It is still built here. It was built here in Masdar city in our own backyard. The Sharjah Waste Energy Plant, as I mentioned, this is the second waste energy facility in the Middle East and the first in the UAE. And it is expected to divert more than 300,000 tons of waste from landfill. The Mohammed bin Rashid Solar Park Phase 3, I've already spoken about this project. And then here, this slide really talks about the distributed energy projects. So not only do we build large-scale commercial utility plants, we also look into developing small-scale plants that have a service or a need for a local community. So these are the ones developed around the UAE. We have done in Abu Dhabi, in Dubai. We have done also where we had clients such as hospitals, schools, universities. We've also developed just recently a small rooftop service plant for a rehabilitation center here in Abu Dhabi. So moving on to emerging markets, we are building the first and largest wind farm in the Middle East. So a lot of people think that the Middle East is not very prone to wind energy. Maybe that is true for some countries such as the UAE. However, in Saudi Arabia, it has very strong winds, and we were able to really secure a very good project, a 20 years power purchase agreement with the Saudi power procurement company for the first wind farm and the largest, 400 megawatts in Domat Al Jandal in Riyadh. We are also building, we actually, I believe, this month is supposed to be the completion of the largest solar PV plant in Jordan, Baynuna, of 200 megawatts. The one you see here in Oman, Dhafar. So this was the first large-scale wind farm in the GCC. After almost a year, we announced Domat Al Jandal in Saudi Arabia, but the Dhafar project was actually the first one to be built in the GCC area of 50 megawatts. Nur Navoy is a project that we just recently closed. This project is our first entrance into Uzbekistan, and is not also the last. We have another project that I might have also presented here. You'll see in the next slide. So this project, Nur Navoy, is 100 megawatts. This project is under the umbrella of the World Bank Group, a scaling solar program. where we are developing one of the emerging markets, Uzbekistan. We expect to complete the construction end of next year, inshallah. The next project in Uzbekistan I was just mentioning is Zarafshan. Zarafshan is the first wind project in Uzbekistan with a capacity of 500 megawatts. This is also the second, this is the second entry into that market, and we're hoping to develop more into that entire region. Morocco is one of the other countries that we are very active in. We are currently building the first advanced hybrid CSP, so concentrated solar power and PV together in one plant. This is expected to be the first and largest hybrid plant of 800 megawatts located in north of Morocco. Tibuk is a project that we closed we actually inaugurated the operational phase of the project in end of 2019. And it was also our first project in Serbia. So we built a 158 megawatt onshore wind farm in Serbia, and is the largest utility scale in that region, the Western Balkans. So now really taking you from utility scale projects, distributed energy projects, now I'm going to talk about the technology projects. So as I mentioned, not only are we partnering with global market leaders in the sector, or strategic partners or government, we also look into developing and really advancing research and development in this field. We have done several of those programs. One of them is looking into advancing battery storage sector coupled with wind energy. We have built a pilot project in Scotland. So one of the landmark projects also of Masdar is an offshore wind farm called High Wind. What we did is we expanded the High Wind project, and we built a battery system, a pilot battery system called Batwind. And this pilot system is coupled with the commercial plant. However, we are running research projects with a local university over there. We've also looked into other forms of energy storage. We are here in Masdar City. We have an electric energy storage research lab together with Khalifa University of Science and Technology. We also have the Solar Hub, or the PV Test Center, where we invite international solar PV module manufacturers to come here to the UAE to test their advanced PV modules, and for us to be able to even do our own research as Masdar and understand how we can use these advanced technologies in commercial projects later on. One of the programs that is very dear to my heart, because I worked on this project, is the Renewable Energy Water Desalination Program. So we developed 5 pilot plants. The purpose of this program was to really understand the dynamics of desalination, because we understand in the UAE, water scarcity is a very big issue here in the UAE and also in the Middle East. We wanted to understand what are the challenges specifically in the UAE, how can we bring solutions that are sustainable, that can easily be equipped with renewable energy resources, and how can we even expand or scale up these technologies from being only on a research level to become on a commercial level as well. So what we did is we invited international companies. We finally selected 5 of these international companies: Abengoa, Veolia, Trevi, Suez, Sedem, and Mascara. So 3 of these companies are French, one is Spanish, and one is American. After the completion of this program successfully in 2019, we were able to announce the most competitive and the best solution, which really answers the challenges of the UAE in terms of water scarcity and also water production, which also makes sure that we provide this clean water, this sustainable water, at a very good price to the consumer, to the client, and of course to be compatible with renewable resources. So we believe that this program opened up the doors in the UAE to look into desalination as a water resource. Now, the project that is really the focus of Indonesia and also the focus of Masdar in the last couple of years. As earlier mentioned, so I'm the project manager of the Chirata floating PV project in Indonesia. This is Masdar's first entry into Southeast Asia, and given the very strong partnership between Indonesia and the UAE, and also because we strongly believe Indonesia is a very, very strong emerging market in renewables, we decided to choose Indonesia as our country of the first entry in Southeast Asia, and we successfully signed the power purchase agreement in January 2020. Since then, together with our partner PJBI, so PT Pembangunan Jawa Bali Investasi is our partner. We are developing and financing and constructing the largest floating solar power plant in Indonesia with a capacity of 145 megawatt AC. This plant will be located in West Java Island in the Citarum River, specifically in the Chirata Reservoir area. We are expected to complete or to announce commercial operation of the plant in the second half of 2022, inshallah. So the logo you see here on the bottom right, this is the joint venture that was established between Masdar and PJBI. So the joint venture is called PT Pembangunan Jawa Bali Masdar Solar Energy. It's a very long name, I know. For short, we call it PMSE. And this is really, we believe this is really just the first step in Indonesia for Masdar. So very high level key facts and figures about the project. We are expected to be powering more than 50,000 homes in the Chirata area. We are going to be creating more than from 500 to 800 or even more local jobs during the construction and operation of the plant. We are expecting to reduce emissions by 214,000 tons of CO2 for the entire operation of the plant. So now this is really just a little bit about the project. I also want to talk about how important floating solar is. For those of you who don't know, floating solar really begun actually around a little bit more than 10 years ago. Floating solar started very slowly in Japan and in the US. And it was mainly driven by research. So actually the first stakeholder that started looking into floating solar was a university. They started in Japan. They built a very small plant in the backyard of the university, and this technology really boomed in the last couple of years because of the scarcity of the land. So as you mentioned, 70% of Indonesia is water. A lot of countries in Southeast Asia and Asia Pacific really suffer from the scarcity of land. And if land is available, it's either too expensive to really build a project in, or it's being used for agriculture. And obviously no one is going to, remove agriculture and build PV plants. So the only solution was for these countries to look at things other than land. So building or installing panels on water made sense, and it still makes sense. In many countries where land is very expensive or cannot be accessed, building a floating PV plant makes more sense also commercially. So of course, from that point on until today, there has been continuous investigations and assessments on whether the floating PV plant has any impact on the marine life. These research studies show so far that there is no impact whatsoever, because the material that is being used for floating PV is sustainably and friendly and biodegradable. Now this chart here is really just supposed to give you a glimpse of how the market looks like. Asia is by far now leading the floating PV market. You will see the different installations, and this is only as of 2019. So these are very recent figures you see here, and Asia is really the highest in all of these countries. And the table on the right gives you an idea on what is expected as projected projects in the future. You can see Indonesia really from 0.005 megawatts jumps to 200 megawatts in the next 4 years. I mean, I know that Indonesia has a very ambitious plan of achieving 23% by 2025, but also has more than 60 reservoirs that they would like to use to build floating PV projects. And I can proudly say on behalf of Indonesia, I mean, we are seeing a lot of projects that are being tendered and being announced to the market in Indonesia to invite international companies such as Masdar to really help Indonesia achieve that target. And we want to say that we are really ready to do that with you. I gave you a very quick overview of the technology itself. So nothing different from a normal ground mount PV. The only difference is that you are building a floating platform on the water, and you are installing the PV modules on top of them. Now, of course, the platform, you might ask, will not move with the waves. If there are waves, definitely they will move, and that's why you have to think of, you will look at the lower part of this graph or this figure. There is an anchoring and mooring system underneath that holds together the plant. So you might also be thinking, what is the difference between ground mount PV and really floating PV? What makes it better, right? So in terms of benefits, first of all, you are making use of the water area that you have. So it's a dual use. You are using the water surface by covering it and producing energy. The other benefit of covering the water surface is that in many areas where you have scarcity of water, you are saving the water body by reducing the evaporation due to the sunlight. Another thing as well is that because you minimize the penetration of the sunlight into the water, you are controlling the growth of the algae inside that water body, because now, I mean, until today, all installations of floating PV plants have been on controlled or man-made water bodies. So far, there has not been any installations that are utility scale in oceans or in moving water bodies. It's all been on man-made water bodies. So you can imagine the amount of algae that is being grown because of that. Because the PV panels are placed on the floating platform, you expect to have not only reduced evaporation of the reservoir, but also you have better cooling because of the water area, right? So water is a body that provides natural cooling to any device that is close to it. PV panels, you might know that PV panels, one of the difficult challenges of PV panels in general is that the high temperature of the PV panel reduces the efficiency of the panel itself. So when we place the panel on top of the water, we are creating a natural cooling effect, which helps increase the efficiency and even the generation of the panel itself. So overall, your plant is generating more power than a comparable ground mount plant. You are even maintaining the efficiency of the PV panels in a better manner than a comparable ground mount PV power plant. On the other hand, of course, everything has pros and cons. The cons of the PV or the floating PV solution is that because it is on water, it costs a little bit more. So when the technology first started, it was much more expensive than a ground mount PV, and that's why it took them around 5 to 7 years to really be able to work on reducing this cost difference. As of today, we can say that floating PV is almost very competitive with ground mount PV. I think it will take a few more years, maybe 2 to 3 more years, to really reach a point where floating PV becomes more competitive. But again, it's very important to keep in mind that floating PV is more competitive for countries where land is not available. Another consideration that needs to be kept in mind for floating PV, operations and maintenance is not as easy and direct as a ground mount PV. Why? Because your plant is on water. You will have to be arranging for both and people to be diving to make sure that you're maintaining the plant very properly. And of course, this causes or costs even more money for you to be able to operate the plant efficiently. As I said, I mean, compared to ground mount PV, floating PV has very limited track record in terms of experience, but we are getting there. I'm very positive, maybe also a bit biased to floating PV, but I'm very positive with the advancement and the progress of the floating PV solution. So really, I mean, I'm really ending this presentation, and sorry for maybe taking too long. I really hope that you found this presentation to be fruitful. I talked about, just to summarize everyone, so I talked about what we do as a company, as Masdar. We are developing and pioneering the renewable energy sector, and not only renewables, we look into sustainability and efficiency, we look into green buildings, into green cities, and of course into advancing clean tech solutions. We are looking into venturing into the most advanced technologies. Last year, we started looking into waste energy. We also looked into floating PV. Our first project from Masdar is going to be Indonesia, Jakarta floating PV, and inshallah will not be our last. So really, we are trying to emphasize on the important message to the world that sustainability, it comes with a price, but it's a price that is worth paying, and it's something that you see on the long term and not the short term. Thank you very much. Terima kasih. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih. Thank you very much, Syukran Fatimah. This is a very impressive presentation and introducing your company, operation all over the world, and achievement. And we are glad to have Masdar now entering into the Indonesian market, and hope this is there will be many more to come. Especially for the, as we mentioned about the water nature of the country. So yeah, but one thing that you probably forgot, Jakarta is so beautiful. So when Jakarta lakes being covered by solar panel, that's okay. That's just the adversity of one of them. Okay, thank you very much. Before you go into the question and answer, I would like to invite the next speaker. Our next speaker is Dr. Rizal Brur Bahawiris. He's from our school here. Okay. Now I would like to invite, before I give time to him, I would like to introduce, he's one of our lecturer, and he's a physicist from Gajah Mada University, graduated from Gajah Mada University in software engineering, and also finished his PhD from, Master from Mathematical Theory and Software Computing from University of Indonesia, and then from Faculty of Computer Science, National Research University of Russia. Other than teaching, he's also principal instructor, developer, system analyst, and project manager on several IT projects. Without further ado, I would like to invite Dr. Rizal Brur to present his smart energy for dummies. Okay. Thank you. Time is yours. And also, before we finish, I think the time now is almost 2 o'clock, and I've been given notice that His Excellency Ambassador will need to leave early. So thank you very much for the present, and thank you very much for officiating this seminar. So okay, now to Dr. Rizal Brur.
If you allow me to say a few words before, because
oh yeah, okay, yes, please.
Then I need to leave here. Definitely, I've learned a lot myself, even though solar and renewable energy considered to be a competitive product to my experience of 25 years in oil and gas.
Oil and gas, yes.
But
we learned that.
I think definitely we are very much fortunate. Renewable energy is clean and will definitely reduce emissions and will save the environment. And thank you, really, Engineer Fatma Suwaidi, for this presentation. It was very valuable, very informative. and the other speakers as well. So the collaboration between United Arab Emirates and Indonesia will definitely exist, and we'll see it growing. Every time both leaders meet, we have a new challenge, and we have to follow things and make sure that you know, their vision and their guidance is well you know, taken care of. Myself and the ambassador of Republic of Indonesia and the United Arab Emirates, Hassan Hussein Bagais, we almost talk almost every day, I would say, in order to make sure that things are moving into the right direction. So thank you very much, and thank you for the university to give us the opportunity to shed the light on the cooperation between the United Arab Emirates and Indonesia. And I really hope this you know, session will go also as grateful as the previous. So thank you very much from my side.
Thank you. Thank you very much, His Excellency, the Ambassador Abdullah Al-Dahiri. Is very glad to have you, and I hope this is just the beginning. So we would like to see further cooperation, and also the things that we can do from our part here from the university. So we can strengthen the relationship between the two countries, between the United Arab Emirates and Indonesia. Thank you very much, His Excellency. Okay, maybe before we start, I would like to invite our rector, Professor Amani, to say some words, probably. Professor Amani.
No, thank you. Just I want to thank all of the speakers, and we will hear also for the last from the last speaker, inshallah. But what I said that I just give some SMS for the organizer to remove this screen, share screen. Yes, we should know the last speaker first. We know him, and then share screen. Okay. But thank you very much, Your Excellency, Ambassador of the United Arab Emirates. And I know that there are a lot of opportunities to trade, inshallah. Okay, so that's all from me. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Amani, for the closing remarks. Now I would like to continue to the next presenter, Dr. Rizal.
Assalamualaikum. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rizal Brur Bahaweres. I'm part of Faculty Science and Technology, UIN Sarif Hidayatullah. I want to talk about the smart energy for dummies. First of all, I have been to Sharjah, the place of Fatima say a few times in United Arab Emirates. Is around 2013, I think. I have a speech in University of America, or America University of Sharjah. My content is about the little bit history, wind energy, and related topic to smart energy. If you search in the Google with the keyword smart energy, you find a few words. For example, smart energy meter, smart energy management system. I will talk about that later. For example, a long time ago, people have been using wind energy, and they're using for shipping going from one place to another place in Persia and some part of Middle East, including in China. And also, topic about smart energy have become an interesting topic and have a scholarship. If you go to Europe, they have a doctoral student scholarship for the topic smart energy, challenging and news. What is the mean by smart? Smart is like other things, is how to combine and optimize a lot of things, including all of this energy, coal, natural gas, crude, and so on and so on, including the renewable energy. At first, I would like to give you a brief about what happened in our world primary energy. Normally, we have hydrocarbon, oil, gas, and nuclear. This is a projection of a few energy that I've been talking about. And for example, in oil world production, they have become a decreased production of an oil. And they believe will be, in the end 2013, they only 2 million barrel oil only per day. And we see this figure, we see the natural gas, crude oil, and so on, they're relatively going down. And how about smart energy? I'm taking a talk from the Kuung, from Executive Council member. He said that it starts with history of smart energy. Its smart energy is begin around 2003 when Americans have a blackout, and they try to handle that blackout with a smart solution, and they create some path in the government and in the Senate. They create Act of 2007. They have Act Title 1, Title 2, and so on. Let me brief you about the traditional grid electricity. In traditional grid electricity, there is only one way. From the power plant, they go to our house or our office. Energy flow one way to customer, and there is almost no interaction between house to the plant. But in smart grid, there will be interaction between house and power plant. How they do it? First of all, they're creating some communication. There is many things research about communication between a plant and a house. For example, they put a control center, solar power, smart building, power storage to rearrange and organize communication between supply and demand need based on the situation or behavior of the people. This is what we see about energy demand price. There will be continuing price on energy. For example, in Denmark, they have a lot of wind power. This is power capacity and production graph. If we compare from 2008, there is increasing demand and capacity wind power for 2020 this year. And because we want to make a smart That means if the capacity is too high, we can storage the capacity, and sometime when we need it, we can put back again to the grid or to the system. This is an example storage plant in water plant. And the other example, if lighting, smart lighting in our house. Our house, about 30% is energy consumption is by lighting, especially in the night. If we can save this energy and know how to fluctuate the energy, we can make the energy only on demand service. And also, carbon emission is, you see, is going up years by years. But in a Paris Agreement, they tend to decrease the CO2 emission. That's why in a few countries, including Europe, but in the Trump presidency, they want to get away from the regulation to reduce the carbon rate. And we see the price of renewable is going down years by years. Like Fatima said, the wind power is going down and solar power is going down. It's a good chance for us to using these two kind power plant. This is an example, is microgrid opportunity. This microgrid is including how to make a power plant decentralized by small scale compared to the old one. We make a power plant only in the big scale and centralized. This is also appliance, smart appliance. It's respond to the electric grid change of price. If the price is high, they will be use this one maybe, and if the price of electric low, they will be use this one. There is tools here to automatically select which washing machine that will be run. And from our research agenda, power consumption data can be monitored and meter, and based on this monitor and meter, we can predict how of behavior of our customer power consumption. This is sample of smart meter from 20% until 100%. And before the end of my presentation, I would like to suggest this is the old way we are doing. We monopolize electric market. For example, in Indonesia, using PLN, and we need legislative requirement, competitive and innovation, including help from Masdar, and we use renewable energy. And when we have that all, we can have renewable energy and get smart infrastructure. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Rizal, for your presentation. It's very interesting. So it's not just people who can be smart, but this energy also can be smart. All right. I've seen the times now. It's already passing 2 o'clock. So I would like to just give two participants to offer the question. Preferably question to Engineer Fatima, to if there is any from the participant. 2 questions only. I'm waiting. Oke. Oke, Kak, pertanyaan dalam bahasa Indonesia juga boleh. Bagi para peserta, mungkin mahasiswa UIN atau siapa yang akan bertanya atau menambahkan sesuatu kepada, terutama saya harapkan ada pertanyaan untuk Mrs. Fatimah Al-Suwaidi dari Masdar. Ini kesempatan emas untuk bertanya. Dari Masdar adalah world leaders di bidang renewable energy, dan tadi kita sudah lihat operate in 30 countries and now it's already stepping into Indonesia and goes into our waters. So yeah. Ada pertanyaan? Silahkan.
Mungkin saya ingin bertanya.
Boleh, silahkan. Boleh diperkenalkan namanya?
Nama saya Ali Akbar. Saya mahasiswa dari jurusan Teknik Pertambangan.
Oke, Ali Akbar di pertambangan. Ya, silakan.
Saya ingin bertanya kepada Mrs. Fatimah mengenai mengapa untuk panel surya yang berada di atas air mempunyai limit waktu dalam batasan tertentu gitu loh. Kenapa nggak untuk selamanya gitu loh, Pak? Mungkin itu aja, Pak.
Baik, terima kasih. Ya. Okay, the question to Mrs. Fatimah Al-Suwaidi. I know you speak Bahasa Indonesia a little bit, probably understand. No, if not, I will translate it.
I wish. I'm still learning, so I need your help.
Okay, yes. The question is about the life of the lifetime of the floating solar panel. Why you mentioned was 20 years or something like that, and then the question, that's the question, why there is why there's the limit on that one. Okay, can you please answer?
Yes. So as we know, I mean, a solar panel or wind, whatever renewable source, in the end, these are mechanical parts. These are unfortunately, they cannot live forever. Of course, it really depends on many factors, but one of the main factors is related to the operation, the way you operate the plant. And then you also, the second factor is how you maintain the plant. In some cases, we have seen panels that can live longer, but of course, as we know, the renewable field as a whole only started less than 20 years ago. So we don't really have a live example of a plant that really reached the 20-year limit. However, what I can say, on the solar side, on the PV side, we as developers, we look at projects, the design project life is up to 25 years. So this is looking into what exactly? We look at all the main components, and we look at the estimated life of these components. And this number is figured out, of course, as you know, after multiple testing in the labs, when they test the mechanical stress and they test the tendency of these panels or these components to really break through, and what needs to happen for them to break through. So again, if you are in a country with really bad conditions, really harsh conditions, you would expect that you will need to spend more money on maintenance so that you can try to live to the maximum project life of 25 years. On the wind side, however, on wind side, the estimated design life of the wind is up to 30 years, and we've seen cases where in project they have estimated 35 years of life.
Okay, thank you very much. So ya, tadi sudah dijawab Akbar pada, jadi karena ini masalah mekanikal juga, jadi ada batas waktunya yang harus diganti gitu, 20 tahun, dan untuk yang wind energy dilepas pantai bisa sampai 30 atau 35 tahun. Nah, itu nanti jadi tantangan buat kita semua. Okay, another question. I saw a hand raise from Dr. Amran Hartono. Silakan Pak Amran.
Okay, thank you very much for Mr. Syamil. I have a question to Miss Fatimah from Masdar. Okay, I think I have a question. What kind of research collaboration is expected or possible between Masdar and Science Technology Faculty of Uin Jakarta. Maybe you have
Thank you. Thank you,
Okay. Okay, Pak Amran, thank you. It's excellent question. So what kind of research collaboration that can be done between our university and Masdar?
So I can tell you what we have done so far. Normally, when we look into collaborating or partnering with a university, the first or the primary focus is to try to look at what are the challenges that we face first in the UAE. We spent a lot of time with local universities here in the UAE to try to investigate solutions in the country here. Now, to be frank with you, only recently we started looking into collaborating with international universities. So, and this started also by me visiting the National Renewable Energy Lab in Colorado. So I went there to try to find also ways or areas of collaboration. In some projects that we have in other countries, we have interest from universities because it depends really on the country. We are very happy to see that in Indonesia, the Faculty of Science and Technology in UIN is interested to collaborate, and we would be very happy to, initiate discussions, understand what are your areas of interest, understand what kind of expertise you have, so we can tap into that expertise, and then also. We would also like to bring in a UAE university and have a bigger collaboration between UAE labs and Indonesia lab, and try to understand how we can benefit from this collaboration. So we're not, to be honest, we're not restrictive to any kind of research idea, but of course it has to be within the renewable energy field for us to be able to be interested in it.
Okay, next. Itu Pak Amran, excellent. I think it's an open opportunity for us to make a proposal. And as we mentioned before, this is just the beginning. So I hope this is another discussion after this to realize the idea. Okay, thank you very much. I think we come to the end of the discussion, and before we close, I would like to appreciate Engineer Mrs. Fatima Al-Suwaidi from Masdar, which is now in Masdar City, right? Far away from us here now. Yes.
Abu Dhabi.
I hope to see you here in Jakarta, in our campus one day soon. Yeah. Okay. And
thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much also to Dr. Rizal dan to Ibu Profesor Lili Suraya untuk presentasi pada siang hari ini. Akhirnya saya tidak perlu menyimpulkan. I don't need to conclude the discussion. It is very fruitful and useful for us. And I would like to give back time to the MC. Thank you very much. Mari silahkan. Yeah.
Syukran jazilan ala qiyadati al-Ustadz Dr. Agus Jamil fi an-nadwah al-iftiradiyah an taqah dhakiyah wa mutajaddidah wa huduruna al-kiram barnamijuna at-tali ala wa huwa al-ikhtitam. Hayya nahtatim barnamijana al-yawm bi qira'ati kafaratil majlis. Allahumma bihamdika asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Akhiran ana kamuqaddimil baramij aqulu syakhsiyatun amamakum jami'an a'tadhirukum ghayatal i'tidar min jami'in naqais wal akhta. Wal akhir, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you so much, Miss Fatima, Diplomat Bahrain.
Thank you very much.
Rektor, thank you so much.
Fatima.
Semuanya. Thank you so much.
Syukran kasir, Fatima.
Yeah, we hope further cooperation with Masdar, Miss Fatima. Yes.
Inshallah, I will visit him on my next time to Indonesia.
Okay, we're waiting for you here. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Okay, thank you very much. Nice to having you. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Terima kasih, saya undur diri. Terima kasih Bu Rektor, Bu Dekan, Mrs. Fatimah, dan semuanya para hadirin sekalian. Assalamualaikum.
Say goodbye to Mrs. Fatimah. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Bu Amani.
إن شاء الله نتعاون وأنا أسافر الإمارات أيضا كثيرا. لو سمعتي أنا عضو مجلس الأمناء لمنتدى تعزيز السلم في المجتمعات المسلمة، وإن شاء الله نريد يعني التعاون بجد في أي مجال، سواء في البحث أو في يعني عمل مشترك آخر مع مصدر إن شاء الله. وما دام تعرفتي على الجامعة وعلى إندونيسيا فممكن أن ترينا يعني مجالات المناسبة لنا للتعاون. ممكن إمكانات وضع زرع المصادر قصدي للطاقة المتجددة أيضا ممكن في الجامعة، لأننا في مساحات واسعة، ولو نظمنا في الميزانية نحن يعني نؤسس هذه المصادر المتجددة، فممكن يعني في مساحات الجامعة الموجودة. شكرا جزيلا.
إن شاء الله نحن حاضرين، طبعا نحن حاضرين، وإن شاء الله يعني اللي نقدر نسويه بنسويه معاكم. وإن شاء الله أنا بزور إندونيسيا قريبا عشان مشروع كيدوتان، وبحاول إني أنا أرتب زيارة أمر على الجامعة.
أهلا وسهلا، أهلا وسهلا. Yes, of course. You should visit us.
إن شاء الله.
As soon as possible. You in Jakarta. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. An honor and pleased to be here. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih Bu Rektor.
Terima kasih. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih Bu Rektor.
Terima kasih semua adik-adik mahasiswa, para dosen. Terima kasih partisipasinya ya. Semoga ini informasinya bermanfaat bagi kita semua ya.
Amin ya rabbal alamin.
And also thank you for Dr. Abdullah Al-Kabi, Head of Economic, Political and Media Affairs Section Uni Arab Emirat Embassy. Thank you.
Terima kasih juga Prof. Andi Faisal Bakti sudah bergabung. Semoga sembuh Prof.
Amin. Ya, terima kasih Prof. Andi sudah bergabung.
Cepat putus sekali.
Terima kasih Prof. Andi.
Terima kasih untuk semua. Bye Fatimah. Semuanya bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Bu Afa, terima kasih.
Oh iya, dari Bu Afa juga dari Kedubes ya. Dari Kedutaan Besar United Arab Emirates. Teman-teman semua terima kasih semua. Terima kasih semua.
Bu Sefa, Ibu Afa.
Bu Sefa, terima kasih Bu Sefa. Nice to meet you Bu Sefa. Kapan-kapan main ya Bu Sefa ya ke UIN Jakarta.
Terima kasih semuanya.
Oke, baik.
Pak Mas Roy dan
ya, oke.